up, everybody? Let me fix this fucking camera angle first. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Got a couple things to go over today. First off, I want to tell you guys about a new sponsored link that you'll see inside the description box. It is from, let me make sure I get the website exactly right. It is from Elite the number one, fitgear.com. Now, as you guys know, I wear a lot of the GASP clothing. Some of the better bodies, but more GASP than better bodies. I've been wearing it for years. It's good quality clothing, and at the same time, it's expensive and it's hard to find. There's only a couple places in America that sell this stuff, period. And this company happened to pop up. I don't even know where I saw it. I think someone liked it on Facebook. It popped up, and I went over to their site because I'm always looking for different GASP things. And I log on. Not only do they have good prices, but at the same time, they had some GASP stuff that I had never seen, which the shirt I'm wearing right now, I had never seen this shirt. It's a really soft shirt. The way it's pieced together has that kind of fringed, kind of worn-in look to it and stuff, and each garment is kind of individual. And there was a tank top that I'd never seen. I was like, what the fuck? So what happens is there's limited things that GASP puts out for a short period of time, and the other companies that, like European Fitness and GASPbodybuilding.com or whatever it is, sell out of them quickly because those are the only two that people know about. So when I got onto this thing, I said, you know what, this is a good price. Let me order the tank top and the shirt right now while I'm here. And I looked, they had an affiliate program. So I said, again, an affiliate program. Let me see what this whole thing is about. So as you become part of their affiliate program, you work your way up to being a sponsored. You don't necessarily have to be an athlete, but you basically help them push their business, and they'll give you 5% of their sales. So everything that you buy from this company on there, from that link that's in my description box, I get 5% of. Yes, I get paid for sending you to their website. Now, it's not a supplement. It's a clothing line. So you don't have to worry about whether it works or not. It's nice shit. I love it. I've been wearing it for years. You guys know I have. So check it out when you get a chance. Elite, number one. So elite1fitgear.com. Check them out. Now, today, discussion-wise, we're going to talk about steroids. Let's shut this fucking message off. Steroids and depression. Now, somebody had a question for me in an email. I'm looking at it right now. It said, do any types of steroids cause depression and or suicidal thoughts? Now, let's back up for a second. I do think depression and suicidal thoughts are a natural part of humans. Everyone has at least thought about it or it crossed their mind. Myself, many times when I was involved in addiction, quite honestly, I just told Kari this the other night. If it wasn't for Bruno and at the time Nico, who was the dogs that I had that, I loved very much, loved me very much, and relied on me to take care of them. If I had had somebody that I knew for a fact would take care of them, I probably would have killed myself before. And I'll say that flat out. And I'm not embarrassed to say it, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm telling the truth. It's 100% real. My dogs have saved my life, on more than one occasion. Now, some people would say, well, you just didn't really want to do it because you didn't do it. That could be a fact, too. The bottom line is, whether or not you actually pull the trigger and do it, not pull the triggers and shoot yourself, but pull the trigger and actually do what you have to do to kill yourself, it's something that it's hard to explain, because I have had friends that committed suicide, and they weren't taking any anabolic steroids or anything like that. I mean, that was just what happened with them mentally, and they felt like they couldn't go on, and they, did. But do steroids cause depression? No. Steroids absolutely do not cause depression. And even if you have depression, doesn't mean you're going to kill yourself. Suicidal tendencies, you may have... I honestly believe if someone wants to kill themselves, they're going to get it done. So people that live, I think that I really feel like they're on the borderline, and they try to, but they really didn't want to get the job done. So, other times, it just doesn't work out the way we want it to. But what I have found that after you come off steroids, there is a certain period of time that you will go through a depression. Now, based on the individual genetically, I don't know how bad that depression will get. Did I have it happen? Absolutely. It was when I decided to stop taking steroids. I just remember the exact time I said, I'm not doing it. I got rid of everything that I had. I said, I'm done. I've done it long enough. And within a month, I was still feeling pretty good. I felt like, hey, you know what? The muscle's going to stick. I'm not worried about it. My strength is still good. I'm still lean. And, I feel okay. I'm sexually active still, and everything is fine over in that area. This is great. By about the third month is when I really started to notice everything taking a decline. I was depressed, tired, weak. Muscle was falling off. Fat was coming on like crazy. I was looking like a skinny fat guy. And I remember I had gotten to a weight that, a friend at the gym had been like, hey, yo, and he thought I was this other guy. And I was like, fuck, if he thinks I'm him, I must really look like shit because, and the worse you look, the more, you get depressed. But is it based on the fluctuation of the hormones that you don't have anymore? You can get more aggressive when you take steroids, which is not depression. You'd be much more apt to hurt someone else by not stopping to think sometimes. I'm not talking about roid rage, but when the androgens are high, your body does pump adrenaline a lot harder and faster. I don't care what anybody says. I don't know if they've ever studied it or not. But, your adrenaline goes through the fucking roof when you're on a high androgen cycle. So, as far as the depression thing, I think each individual deals with depression in different ways. And I feel like if someone did commit suicide, I don't think that steroids would put them over the edge. I don't think that antidepressants that, would give you suicidal thoughts will put you over the edge. I don't think that anything's really going to put you over the edge except for you. And I think that that person had that in them all along, and it's not something that any kind of drug brought on. There's actually a disclaimer on Prozac that says if you have suicidal thoughts, if you attempt suicide, obviously, or have suicidal thoughts, contact your doctor immediately. Now, I've known people that were on the depression medication who did have those thoughts. They thought about dying, and it was pretty obvious that it was all the time. It wasn't just like a fleeting thought once every 6 months about like what happens if I die. How will my family react? It was beyond that, and that person recognized it pretty quickly because the doctor told him to watch out for that, and sought the doctor, and they stopped the medication, switched him to something else, and it was fine. So you see, it doesn't automatically tip you to the edge to become suicidal. So in my personal opinion, steroids do not cause depression. But when you stop taking them, which is a big part of why I steer people away from them, people go, Jerry, you did steroids for all these years. How can you be such a hypocrite and tell them not to use it? Because I'm trying to teach you from making the same mistakes that I did. A lot of people don't realize, and I didn't at the time, that when you get on these things, it's not 1, 2 cycles, couple cycles, just while you're going to the beach, while you're young. This stuff continues and continues and continues, and it's a vicious cycle of going on and off these things that you do feel like shit when you come off. If you're progressing and you're getting bigger and you're feeling, like a fucking Superman, when you stop taking that, even if you drop 10 pounds on the bench press, it's going backwards, and it's hard to deal with, and you can get depressed very easily. And those who have a prone for depression or prone for suicidal tendencies or, are prone to anything that, is negative, when you're not progressing. Some people just say, okay, I'm not progressing, I'll deal with it, things will be okay, I'll progress later. Other people don't react to that. So don't react well like that. So it depends on the individual, but, person to person, it's going to be different, but yeah, I don't think steroids or any other drug causes depression or suicidal tendencies per se. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3training.com is a blog, and where it's the suicidal tendencies are not brought on by steroids, bicep. And check out Elite 1 Fit Gear, and we're out.